both Nathan and I were just in a season of really praying through what is the answer here, because we're getting calls from our utility company, and my credit card or my debit card is getting declined at the grocery store. This is back in 2010, and so needing that financial unlock was so such a process for us. And so I remember Nathan coming home one night, um, and he had this $25 gift card for an ice cream shop. And he's a very introverted, just gentle man, doesn't go out and like talk to people. He's got a classroom full of kids, but other than that, or put him on the wrestling mat and he'll go to town. But other than that, he's very introverted. So he came, went out, tried to sell this $25 gift card. He said, I need to go sell it so we can have some gas money this week, and came home, no takers. He tried to sell it for $12.50 and nobody would buy it. So that was kind of that was the breaking moment for me of like, okay, I need to take responsibility here as a mother and wife and say, like, how can I help in the home? And I think a lot of women need that unlock, or that sense of like, it's okay. Like, I need to just do something about this. I'm not going to wait for something to happen, right? And so I remember just going to bed that night praying and asking God to show me $1 billion idea so that I could change the world and leave a legacy for my family. And it wasn't too long after that, we actually had this experience at church where our pastor kind of called me out and just was saying that, I think the Lord's saying that there's a stay-at-home mom here who he's going to give $1 billion idea to, so get ready for it. And so for me, when I finally had this dream, I about a week and a half later actually had a dream where I saw myself pouring oils, and it was like this business blueprint. And so for me, it was very much I'm on a mission to, and what's really interesting is it started off with a bar of soap. Every great thing starts off with the small thing, and then we have to be faithful with it. We have to steward it, right? And so I consider this a great responsibility to take this soap out to the world and help people with their skin. But now our message has evolved into a complete, like, body transformation. I'm a board certified doctor of natural health now, and so I'm helping people actually completely radically transform their bodies from the inside out. But it all started with skincare. We talk about beginning with skin. So for me, I knew that I was on a mission from the Lord, because everybody has a calling, right? We all have a purpose, a reason that we're here. And of course, for me, it's mother and wife. But as entrepreneur, we have to ask ourselves, like, what are we really doing? And through the course of 15 years now of entrepreneurship, that has continued to expand and even shift. Like, the vision that I started with is certainly radically different. Like, the primary calling and vision is there, but how we get there and continues to expand and shift and change. But I think if everyone takes the time to really get centered on that, they'll find answers, and it will be very easy to keep going, because it's like, how can I quit? I'm on a mission here.
Right. I love that. I love that attitude about really just like following what God has called you to do and all that. Faith has played such an integral part in my life and the lives of people around me and all entrepreneurs like yourself. And it's super powerful. Um, I love that story. Like, that is so good about really hearing the voice of God and getting that vision. I believe if you said correctly, I might be mishearing you, but you said you had a dream and then like you woke up from it and that was the $1 billion idea.
Yeah, I told Nathan I'm going to start a skincare company. Actually, at the time, I said I'm going to start a soap company, and I mean, it's evolved now. And what's really interesting too is that the $1 billion idea, it's always starts with a seed, right? And who knows if it's this particular brand or if it's where I'm going as an entrepreneur that can take us to those levels. But um, I believe just through looking even at, the Bible, he wants to raise you up above all nations of the earth. And our responsibility is to stay faithful and dedicated and don't give up. Don't grow weary and well doing, because in the proper time you will reap a harvest if you don't give up. So that has been my mantra for 15 years.
If you want to save time on watching all the episodes, but still get all the gold nuggets that we find from interviewing these 7, 8, and 9-figure entrepreneurs, then you can get all of that inside of the 2 Comma Club newsletter. Just go to 2ccnewsletter.com and subscribe.